What makes Aristo Aristo?
That it's smarter real estate and it's fairer fees for everybody. Done. We're good. We're going to be on a roll now.
What surprised you most when you joined Aristo?
I think the flexibility that the app has with the salesperson, so it does free us up with a lot more time for the more important stuff, and that is being more hands-on with our vendors instead of being drowned in paperwork.
What do you think Aristo is doing differently to other real estate agencies?
Time management. I think it allows for the agents to have more flexibility in time management, which once again it leaves us to do the more important things, and that's focusing on our client and getting their property sold.
Walk me through a normal day for you at Aristo.
Every day is different in real estate, but I think with Aristo there is no surprises. I could be anywhere in town. I could be at the supermarket and get a text from a client saying I'm happy with the marketing. I could be standing there paying for my groceries, go onto the app, press live to market, and it's done. I don't need to go back to the office and talk to one of the office managers to get that listing live. So everything is very instant, which is very much key for time management once again.
How does Aristo fit around your life?
I was in a traditional agency for about 7 years before I made the change. I already had a wee daughter and now I've got a wee boy, so I've got 2 kids under 3. It makes my work life more flexible because I do have the ability to do real estate anywhere. I could be in the preschool car park, I could be at home with a sick child, I could be at the library with my wee girl. It just gives me so much flexibility without being stuck in an office all day, every day, 7 days a week.
What attracted you to Aristo?
What attracted me to Aristo was one of my colleagues at my previous agency had made the move first, and I could see how well she was doing, and I just couldn't fathom how she was doing the volume that she was doing. And then when I got a phone call from recruitment, I did take the time to listen to what they had to say, and I remember thinking, this is too good to be true. Caught up with my ex-colleague Lee, and I said, tell me one thing you do not like about Aristo, and she said, there is not one thing that I can name. You won't regret it. And next minute I joined Aristo, and I wish I had done it sooner. And Dan Budd, when I signed my contract, within a couple of hours I get a text message from him saying, not sure if you remember me, but we spoke a few years back. It's finally good to have you on board. So I probably should have listened to him sooner. So no looking back.
What's changed for you now that you're at Aristo versus where you are? Like, how's your career changed?
I think, yeah, I've been doing real estate nearly 9 years now and was at that previous agency for about 7.5, and did have quite a good reputation within those 7 years. And I think naturally the community has seen that we have trusted this brand, and now they can trust this brand too. And they are, as much as we're benefiting from this brand, so are our clients getting that fairer commission and obviously getting really good pricing for, very minimal costs. So yeah, it's been a really good change for everybody, us and our clients.
Has there been any moment where you're like, this was the right call?
Yep. So I remember my first sale with Aristo. It was a Friday night. I was cooking chicken burgers at the stove. It was close to 7 o'clock at night. We were negotiating. We finally reached an agreement. All I had to do was get my app out, press accept on that listing, and the sale and purchase agreement automatically got sent to the vendor and the buyer. And they were able to do that in their own time. I didn't have to organise time over my weekend and their weekend to go in and sign paperwork. So yeah, it's definitely that time management and freeing up my time for other important things in my life that work doesn't take over. I do have time there for my family, and like I said, I'll never look back.
How does the technology at Aristo make your job easier?
I think because everything's in real time, that we can, if a vendor wants to update a price, that we can do that instantly. We don't have to send an email to the office and rely on them to receive that email and get that all updated. We can do it as soon as the vendor gives us permission to do so.
What used to take you ages, and then now it's just
all of the transactions that we are doing, right from the appraisal to listing to an unconditional sale. You know, we were bogged down in a lot of paperwork, and now that we've got the support team working 24/7 behind the scene doing all those things for us, that all we need to do is focus on getting that marketing listing uploaded and getting that house sold. It's none of the boring stuff. We can't say that.
Oh, yeah, it was cool.
I'll wake up in the morning and it'll be like, floor plan uploaded, copywriting uploaded. I'm like, sweet. All I have to do is arrange the photos and put it online.
How has Aristo changed your earning potential?
It has changed in the way that you're not splitting your commission with the agency. So there is a lot more drive to get it sold. And obviously you're in charge of the whole transaction from start to finish. And you know, you haven't had one of your fellow salesperson coming in and doing one viewing and getting an offer when you've had the property on the market for 6 months, and you've had to split that with them and then split it again with the agency. So what you put in, you get that for yourself.
How would you describe the culture at Aristo?
The culture at Aristo, very hands down, right from the CEO, right down to the BSMs, right down to the fellow salespeople. Everyone just seems really down to earth. Everyone's cruisy. Everyone has got the same goal, and that is providing smarter real estate to our vendors.
What's been your favourite moment with Aristo so far?
Being able to do real estate in my own time with the technology that's available. I didn't realise that there was a better way to do real estate, and yeah, it is making real estate a lot more enjoyable, and just getting out there and doing what I love again.
Why do you think Aristo's done and doing so well in Gore?
Because the community knows that we trust this brand and that they can trust it as well. We are able to give our vendors that service at a much fairer fee, leaving them more money in their pocket when they're selling their biggest asset, and they're still getting premium marketing and premium customer service. I'm like, what do I do? Customer service. I know it's doing really well is because there is no upfront cost. There is no cost if something happens and they need to withdraw from the market. There's still no cost to them. There's no sale, no fee, and you're still getting all the premium marketing that not all agencies actually offer. And if they do offer that to you, they're charging it to you, the vendor dashboard. So our vendors get a login and they're with us every step of the way from everything that we're doing. So it's super transparent and they're a part of our team. If anyone's wanting to know how we are changing real estate to a more smarter and fairer way for our vendors, you can find us opposite the Trout in Gore. We've got a lovely new office. We would love to see you. Feel free to pop in and have a chat anytime.
What would you say to your past self before you joined?
You should have listened to Dan Budd sooner.
Finish the sentence. This is real estate, but...
This is real estate, but in a much better way.